Welcome to my channel. Let us get started. The penthouse was completely quiet, except for the low hum of the city outside. Yeongyu was sitting on the kitchen counter, casually scrolling through his phone. He looked totally relaxed, but secretly, he was having the time of his life. For the past 3 days, he had been playing a very deliberate, very dangerous game. He was teasing Choi Yeonjun, and not just regular teasing. Yeongyu had made a strict, silent rule for himself. No letting Yeonjun kiss his lips. Every time Yeonjun leaned in, Yeongyu would turn his head, fake a cough, or suddenly remember something he had to do in the other room. It was hilarious at first, watching the usually cool and confident Yeonjun get totally thrown off, but tonight, the atmosphere felt different. The air was thick and heavy. Yeongyu could tell Yeonjun's patience had officially run out. Right on cue, he heard footsteps. Yeongyu didn't look up from his phone, pretending to be deeply invested in a random video. Suddenly, a large hand clamped down on the counter right next to Yeongyu's thigh. Yeongyu looked up, blinking innocently. Yeonjun was standing right between his legs, looming over him. He had his work shirt unbuttoned at the top, his hair a little messy, and his dark eyes were locked onto Yeongyu with an intensity that made Yeongyu's stomach do a flip. "Are you busy?" Yeonjun asked. His voice was incredibly low and gravelly, a sure sign that he was losing his mind. "A little bit," Yeongyu lied smoothly, offering a cute, teasing smile. Why, Yeonjun didn't answer. He just leaned in, his eyes dropping to Yeongyu's lips. It was the exact move Yeongyu had been waiting for. Yeonjun tilted his head, closing the distance to claim the kiss he'd been denied for days. At the very last second, Yeongyu smirked. He quickly turned his face to the right. Smack! Yeonjun's lips landed flat against Yeongyu's cheek instead. Yeongyu giggled, ready to slide off the counter and escape to the living room like he usually did. "Aw, missed me. Anyway, I'm gonna go get some water." He didn't get to finish. Before Yeongyu could move an inch, Yeonjun's other hand shot out, gripping the counter on the opposite side of Yeongyu's hips. He effectively boxed Yeongyu in, trapping him completely. Yeonjun didn't pull back either. He stayed right there, his chest pressing against Yeongyu's, his warm breath fanning against Yeongyu's ear. "You think you're so funny, don't you?" Yeonjun whispered. The tone wasn't angry. It was dark, deep, and dripping with a promise of trouble. Yeongyu's breath hitched. His heart started thumping wildly against his ribs. The playful teasing game suddenly felt incredibly high stakes. "Yes, don't you know what you mean, 3 days, Yeonjun murmured, his lips brushing against the sensitive skin of Yeongyu's jawline, making a violent shiver run down the younger boy's spine. 3 days of you dodging me. You think I haven't noticed it?" Yeongyu swallowed hard. He reached out, placing his hands on Yeonjun's broad shoulders, intending to push him back a little, but his fingers ended up just gripping the fabric of Yeonjun's shirt instead. "Maybe I just don't feel like kissing." Yeonjun let out a low, dangerous chuckle that vibrated right into Yeongyu's chest. "Liar." Yeonjun shifted his weight, pressing even closer. He brought one hand up from the counter, his long fingers wrapping firmly around Yeongyu's throat, not squeezing, just holding him in place with a possessive, heavy grip. His thumb stroked the line of Yeongyu's jaw, forcing him to tilt his head up. "Look at me," Yeonjun commanded softly. Yeongyu looked. Yeonjun's eyes were practically glowing with hunger. The sheer dominance in his gaze made Yeongyu's thighs ashy. He realized, a little too late, that he had pushed the tiger a bit too far. Yeonjun leaned down again, slowly this time, giving Yeongyu a choice. Yeongyu, stubborn to the very end, stubbornly pressed his lips together in a tight line. He stared right into Yeonjun's eyes, his own eyes wide and defiant, refusing to part his lips. Yeonjun paused just an inch away. He saw the challenge in Yeongyu's eyes, and a slow, A devastating smirk spread across his own face. Okay, Yeonjun whispered against Beomgyu's closed lips. We can do it the hard way. Instead of forcing the kiss, Yeonjun suddenly dropped his head down to Beomgyu's neck. He found the sweet spot right where Beomgyu's shoulder met his neck and bit down. It wasn't a painful bite, but it was hard, sharp, and intensely hot. Ah, Beomgyu gasped loudly, the sudden spark of pure pleasure catching him completely off guard. His mouth flew open as a breathless moan escaped him. That was exactly what Yeonjun was waiting for. The moment Beomgyu's lips parted, Yeonjun attacked. He slammed his mouth over Beomgyu's, invading his sweetness with a fierce, intoxicating hunger. The kiss was heavy, deep, and utterly consuming. Yeonjun poured all 3 days of his frustration into it, his tongue tangling with Beomgyu's, demanding absolute submission. He tasted like mint and pure dominance. Beomgyu's brain completely short-circuited. His hands flew from Yeonjun's shoulders to the back of Yeonjun's neck, his fingers tangling desperately into his hair, pulling him even closer. All his thoughts about teasing and games completely melted away under the insane heat of the kiss. He was whining into Yeonjun's mouth, completely helpless. Yeonjun groaned into the kiss, his grip tightening on Beomgyu's waist, lifting him slightly off the counter so their bodies were perfectly flushed together. He kissed him until Beomgyu was completely breathless, whimpering for air. When Yeonjun finally pulled back, just a fraction of an inch, and then string of saliva connected their lips. Beomgyu's eyes were glassy, his lips swollen, bright red, and parted as he panted heavily. Yeonjun stared down at his beautiful, ruined masterpiece, his thumb gently wiping a stray drop of moisture from the corner of Beomgyu's mouth. Still want to play games? Yeonjun asked, his voice raw and completely breathless. Beomgyu could only shake his head, hiding his blushing face in the crook of Yeonjun's neck, completely defeated and loathing every single second of it, and thought maybe yes,